The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
Has the Jets quarterback decision already been decided? We'll break down the latest. Daniel Jeremiah made some interesting remarks about that. We'll be joined by the great Antwan Staley, who covers the Jets for the Daily News. It is the Jake Asman Show. 8 days till draft day. Let's hit it and get it started.
Wish you could have been a Jet, Fernando.
Let's see what happens.
What's your message to the Jet fans in New York?
Jets, Jets.
A new chapter for the Jets has started. Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji are tasked with shaping the future of this franchise. Will they be the ones to finally get it right? We will be here for every step of the journey on the Jake Asman Show, breaking down all the storylines, every game, and everything in between. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chats, baby. Cut the line. The Jake Asman Show starts right now.
Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. Hit the like button and make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Happy Wednesday, 8 days till the NFL draft, and we certainly have a lot to talk about. We are presented by PrizePicks. A lot to get into with the state of the New York Jets, and we say hello to a guy that I saw partying his you-know-what off this past Saturday night in New York City. He covers the Jets for the Daily News. It's our friend Antwan Staley. Antwan, have you recovered from all the craziness I saw you getting into on Saturday?
I wasn't doing it. I was just talking to people. Like
you, Kaz. I mean, the amount of shots I saw you two ripping just.
Oh no, that's not true. Like you must have got me confused with another reporter. Nah, it was a good time though. Like we did have a good time mingling with people there, and yeah, it was fun just talking with some of the fans, just their thoughts about the draft, and they were asking me about mine. So yeah, it was good to have that interaction, especially after what was a rough season last year.
No doubt. Kyle Coulton goes, I saw that guy at the Badlands event. I did as well. Shout out to Badlands for an awesome event. So, for you, Antwan, when you were being asked that question, what were you telling fans? Are they going Reese? Are they going Bailey? What do you make of the recent reports and just basically the betting odds even reflecting such that it's now David Bailey at 2, not Arvell Reese, who was presumed to be the favorite about a week ago?
I mean, you're basically talking about a guy that's in Bailey that's a little bit more polished right now as a pass rusher compared to Reese, which I think it has the more upside. But, I think he brings a lot of versatility. I mean, you can put him at off-ball linebacker. You put him as an edge rusher, too. You can really be the quarterback of your defense if you really wanted to. And I think that's something the Jets should really want especially on the defense that needs so much too as well, even though they've addressed a lot of needs in free agency, especially getting a guy like, Demario Davis there in addition to Minka Fitzpatrick at the safety position. But adding a guy like Arvell Reese could be the cornerstone of your defense for years to come. And the thing about Bailey for me, I think you already have someone like that in the building already, and Will McDonald, who's, kind of struggles with run defense too at times. And, we're talking about a Jets defense that really struggled in that area a year ago. And I think, a guy like Arvell Reese, which I think is more of a sure tackler there. And again, we know the talent that he brings, especially as an edge rusher too as well. It may take him a little bit more time to develop there. But, I think it's worth it in the end too as well. And I don't think you can necessarily – I know Aaron Glenn is perceived to be on the hot seat, but I don't think you can make the pick, just because like you may or may not be fired. I think you need to make the best pick for the organization. And I think that's Arvell Reese.
So you would go with Reese. If they take Bailey, would that be the wrong pick? Would that be disappointing? Just your thoughts on the domino effect of going Bailey over Reese.
I don't think it'd be disappointing, but I just think you leave yourself susceptible to giving up a lot of rushing yards too as well, something they did already last year. And again, like we already have questions with Will McDonald and can he, be a run defender on a consistent basis? And so far in the league, that has not been the case there. I mean, we talk about a guy that's, really the whole Jets team last year struggled in a variety of different areas, including allowing a lot of rushing yards, and getting a guy like Arvell Reese, I think would definitely help in that area. So I don't think it'd be disappointing, but I don't think it'd be the right choice too as well. I think if you don't want to go Arvell Reese, then, you could trade if it's an opportunity to trade down and grab a guy like Sonny Styles, who I think also would be a more of a beneficial pick for your defense as opposed to David Bailey, which again, I think you already have somebody like him already in Will McDonald.
what do you make of just how drastic the shift has been, where it feels like all the draft people, all the insiders now think it's going to be Bailey instead of Reese? Is it possible that this is a smokescreen, or do you really think the Jets at this point have honed in on David Bailey being their guy?
I don't think anybody knows what the Jets are going to do. It's lion season. I mean, it's hard to know what to believe in this time of the year. I mean, somebody could have just said it and, they could have ran with it, because it seems like a lot, especially the ESPN guys, it seems like they're running with, going with more David Bailey, which is the more proven pass rusher, at least on the collegiate level there, as opposed to Arvell Reese, he's only 20 years old. So I think sky's the limit. I don't think he has a ceiling, to be honest with you. I don't think we know how good he can be. In the perfect world, you think he could possibly be a guy like I hate to put labels on him, but sort of in the mold of like a Michael Parsons. That would probably be the best case scenario. And if that's the best case scenario, I think that's what you got to take. You got to take them there. So yeah, I think I find it real interesting. A lot of the ESPN guys, NFL Network guys, are really online and taking David Bailey. I just think you have to do the best thing for your franchise, and I really think Arvell Reese would probably be the better pick at this point.
You've had people like Todd McShay, Daniel Jeremiah, Matt Miller. They've all said a different version of, hey, the reason why they would take David Bailey over Reese is, well, Bailey, he's the better pass rusher right away, and in the Jets building, they need someone right now to help Aaron Glenn keep his job. You just alluded to this earlier in one of your answers. Again, I like David Bailey, but if the reason they're drafting him is because he might be better at rushing the quarterback right away, and that's better for Glenn, I don't know. I hope that's not the reason why they would choose Bailey over Reese. What are you hearing in regards to that?
Yeah, I don't think that. I think they would choose the best available player. Like they talked, you going back to the owners meeting when we talked to Aaron Glenn and Darren Muji. Aaron Glenn basically said it himself. Like, if you love the player, go get the player. So if that's in line of what he's saying and kind of just what I've heard, then you got to go get Arvell Reese too. It doesn't matter. Like, I understand he's 20 years old. He'll be 21 in August too. I understand he said it, like he has a lot to get better at, including as a pass rusher, being a little bit more polished there. But I love what I've seen. I mean, he was the linebacker of the year in Big Ten last year, consistent All-American. Again, a variety of different ways to use him on the field there. It could be the ultimate chess piece, as opposed to David Bailey, who is good at one thing, which is great. But at the same time, again, like, I have questions about, his size. Can he add more size? Can he be a more physical run defender too as well? And I think, a guy like Arvell Reese has already shown he can be that dominant player in the run game too, as well as a pass rusher. And that's the direction I would go in.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. We'll take some calls later on in the show. And at the end of the stream, a signed Santonio Holmes helmet will be raffled away. It's tone time on the Jake Asman Show, 8 days out from the NFL draft. Rich Cimini was a part of a conference call with NFL Network draft analyst Daniel Jeremiah. And oh, by the way, Jets Collective episode 4 tonight, folks, 7 p.m. Eastern time on the Jets Collective YouTube channel. But Rich tweeted this, so I wanted to get your thoughts on this, Antwan. Daniel Jeremiah on a media conference call says, quote, all signs that he's aware of point to the Jets waiting until 2027 to draft their quarterback of the future. In other words, he'd be surprised if they take Ty Simpson at 16. Your reaction to this tweet here from Rich?
I don't think it's a surprise to anybody. I think, they're doing the due diligence on Ty Simpson there. They obviously worked him out, had a meeting with him as well, Muji and Glenn. And, who's to say that he wouldn't fall to 33? Maybe they would like him at 33 or possibly 44. I mean, we saw that last year where Shedeur Sanders ended up, I think a lot of people thought he might go in the top 5 potentially in the NFL draft. He ended up going, 5th round, I believe. So you never know where these players may fall. So it's important to do your due diligence and just to see if you may like the player. You may not like a player at 16, especially considering all the Jets needs too as well. They got to get a receiver. They got to get Garrett Wilson some more help around him too. I mean, for God's sakes, the man led the team in receiving yards last year at 295, and he missed 10 games. So you got to get some help around him too as well. So I don't think they would take him at 16, but at 33 or 44, just to say depending on who's on the board, maybe they would take a swing at that too as well. I do think they're going to take a quarterback at some point. I just don't think it's going to be in the first 2 rounds there, and they don't have a 3rd round pick. So I think you're talking more or less 4th round, where you talk about Carson Beck or Drew Allen, somebody in that mode too as well. But I have a hard time believing they would go in that direction at 16, considering all the needs that they have offensively and considering Ty Simpson wouldn't even be able to help you, at least not initially, when you already named Geno Smith the starter.
My personal feeling, the earliest they would go quarterback would be 33, and I'm not convinced they would even do it. I just don't think there's any scenario where they're taking Ty Simpson at 16 in this draft.
Correct. Yeah, I think it would be more. If he fell to 44, maybe that'd be something that you would do there. I wouldn't have a problem with it then, but it also depends on who else is on the board there too. But yeah, I have a hard time believing even at 33 they would take him too, because that's such a golden pick too. You could be able to trade it. The Jets don't have a third rounder. There's a lot of different things you could do, especially considering they already have the 44th pick as well.
If Ty is there at 44, I would take him. And by the way, that could happen because, again, everyone just assumes the Cardinals will take him. Well, you look at the other teams that need quarterbacks, and when they pick again, like there's a chance that Ty Simpson's sitting there at 44 if Arizona passes on him once again if they don't use pick 34 of round 2 on him.
Yeah, it doesn't put, and taking him at 44 doesn't preclude you from taking the quarterback next year. We kind of saw that a few years ago with Tennessee. They ended up taking Will Levis when he slipped down to in the 30s too as well. They took him. Yeah, obviously it didn't work out. They ended up taking Cam Ward a few years later too as well. So yeah, taking a guy in the second round at quarterback is different than taking a guy in the first round in that investment. So yeah, I definitely could see that.
We're giving away a signed Santonio Holmes helmet at the end of the show. We have 2 people who have already entered the raffle. J-Boy gifted 1 membership. He purchased a raffle ticket by doing so, as did Derek, the Kansas Jet fan. He is in the Asmaniac raffle for 1 as well. Hit it, Herm.
Hello. You play to win the game.
Today, we're playing to win a Santonio Holmes signed helmet. You said something before, Antwan, about the Jets desperately needing a wide receiver. We've seen this the last couple of days from some of the draft folks out there about the Jets trading up from 16 to go up and get a wide receiver. Carnell Tate has been the popular name in that trade-up scenario. Todd McShay mocked it this morning. Jeremiah said it on SportsCenter to Rich Eisen on Sunday. Give me your thoughts on the Jets potentially moving up for a wide receiver. And then if they do that, is it Tate that you'd move up for?
Yeah, that'd be the only one I would move up for, to be honest with you, because I think he's the best receiver in the draft. I mean, the better to make sure you get your guy, because at 16, you may not. Like, it's a chance that, Lemon, Tyson, and, Tate are all gone. So in that case, then you're kind of looking at something else, like you're going in a different direction as far as a draft pick too, as well. You could possibly trade down too. Again, maybe accumulate that 3rd round pick. So yeah, if you see a guy there at number 7 or 8 or whatever, and he's still on the board, especially a guy like Tate who can do so much on the football field there, he could be your 1A or B, however you want to frame it there, along with Garrett Wilson. Yeah, I say go get it. Like you have that draft flexibility where you're able to kind of move around there and possibly trade up too as well. You have 9 draft picks. I don't expect the Jets to use all 9 draft picks this upcoming year. I think they're going to make some movement there, trade around a little bit. And if you can get 2 of the best players there, let's say you get Arvell Reese and Tate, in the first round, I think the Jets fans would be ecstatic about that.
Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun in Pittsburgh, no doubt. I mean, if they move up, my big thing is why not move out of 33 then and recoup what you essentially just traded up, get that 3rd rounder you don't have, move back 10 spots, and okay, you're still picking in round 2, round 3, and you still would have a 4th round pick if the trade up cost what has been, projected as 16, 44, and pick 103 of round 4.
Yeah, exactly. And then you also don't have a 6th round pick too, so you can also get a 6th round pick too as well if that's something you'd be interested in. So I think they're in a good position where they can move around. They have that flexibility, and I think that's something that Darren Muji has already shown that he's not scared to make a lot of different trades. I mean, the man's been on the job for more than a year, and then he ended up trading Quentin Williams, Sauce Gardner too, and then also in addition to acquiring Harrison Phillips, Jerron Briggs also as well. So yeah, he's made a lot of moves in the short amount of time that he has. He's been there, so I don't think he's going to be hesitant to make a lot of draft day moves.
Let's say they don't trade up at 16. Which receiver do you think could still be there for the Jets to draft? Handicap how you think it plays out in front of the Jets.
I want to say Lemon might be, but you're hearing talk that he's probably going to be taken a little bit sooner there. So it's been some talk about Tyson potentially falling to that spot since because of injury concerns there. Tore his knee up early on his college career too, in addition to having a hamstring injury last year too as well. So, but to get a guy like that, I think Tyson is arguably the best receiver in the draft too, along with Tate as well. I mean, it's just the fact that the injuries kind of come into play too as well. So yeah, to get a guy like that at 16, somebody that could be, a starter, a day one starter there, along with Garrett Wilson there, a different type of receiver than what Garrett is. And I think that would allow Garrett to kind of, roam around in the slot a little bit more too. I think that'd be a home run pick too as well. And another receiver, like I'll kind of mention too as well, that's somebody that I really like, Chris Bell from Louisville. Like I thought he would be a first round pick. Had he not tore his ACL last November, he's probably going to be a second round pick now. So now you have that 33 and 44 pick. Let's assume he's there at 44. I think that'd be a steal there for the Jets too, because when he gets healthy, I think he's a dynamic receiver. He can run through you. He can run past you. He's a big body there. He really can do everything on the football field and in terms of receiver spot too, as well at all three levels. So if you're able to get a guy like that, it's only so many he's healthy and he's ready to go for training camp and the regular season. I think that'd be a home run pick for the Jets too as well.
How do you feel about Omar Cooper Jr., Casey Concepcion, two other names I've seen that the Jets have been linked to?
I'm not as big a fan of Cooper. I know there's been some talk about the Jets potentially taking him at 16 there. That is a potential option too, just from things that I've heard. I'm thinking more second round pick for me as far as Cooper. But it seems like he's going to go somewhere in the first, whether it be anywhere from like 15 all the way to, all the way to end of the first round. Concepcion, I really do like. He's a smaller guy there, but super fast too as well. Like you can line him up in the slide. He could just run past you there. Has some questions as far as drop balls too at times at A&M. But if you can get that cleaned up, yeah, I think he could be a really dynamic receiver, especially in that slot spot.
Kenyon Sadiq, not a receiver, but if they took him at 16, he'd be a pass catcher. Now, Rich Samini said he's hearing there's no way he'll be there at 16, which, got to be honest, kind of relieves me a little bit because I don't trust the Jets to utilize Sadiq properly. But your thoughts on him as a prospect?
If they did know how to utilize him correctly, which I love two tight end sets. I love 12, 13 personnel. So like if they utilize that a little bit more, kind of what we saw, not with this regime, but the previous regime with Saleh, and that crew there, which they used a lot of it, I would be in favor of it. Like it would take some pressure off Garrett's too at the same time. Well, also Mason Taylor, who Aaron Glenn also mentioned at the owners meeting, he's expected to have a really big year too. But Sadiq is a physical specimen. Like he can, really go up and get the ball against anybody. And then, fast tight end spot. I think he's going to be gone. I think he could go to the Chiefs, like to be honest with you. Like I think it's somebody, depending on if Ruben Bain's on the board or not. I know the Chiefs need a lot of help defensively, but to get Patrick Mahomes some more weapons, especially with Travis Kelce getting a little bit older, he might play one more year. Why not have a guy like Sadiq that can just learn under him for a year and be a dynamic weapon down the line? So I have a hard time believing he's going to make it to 16 too. But if he were, like I would be totally in favor of that too as well. So long as, like you said, they know how to use them, which could be a bit of a question depending on with Frank Wright and how the offense is going to work.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. If you guys have any questions for Antwan, write them in. We'll pull them up on the screen. I know many of you are anticipating this afternoon's Asmaniac Madness showdown. We will get into that a little bit later. It will be the defending champion, Mr. Bonesy, against the number 2 seed in the extraordinary region, Black Gypsy. So if you're here for that, stick around because it's all going down. Antwan, in terms of the Jets pick at 33 and 44, could you see them doubling up at wide receiver if, let's say at 16, they don't make this trade up and they actually are able to get one of the top guys in the draft class to be there for them to take?
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned Chris Bell being an option there too at Louisville. You mentioned Concepcion too as well. So yeah, I think those guys, if Cooper were to fall too, yeah, maybe that's a spot they could take too. They need a lot of help offensively. So yeah, they need all the weapons they can get. Garrett Wilson, like I said, especially him coming off a knee injury like that. Yeah, I think there's a world you could see that. Maybe not at 33, maybe at 44, they decide to go that route too as well. But yeah, I definitely could see that too as well. And I do think they're going to take a tight end at some point. I don't think it's going to be early, but it might be on day 3 too as well. So I think they're going to add a little bit more weapons around Geno.
Dan Villari from Syracuse, Long Island kid, former Michigan quarterback, transferred to Q's, played tight end there. The pride of Massapequa, Long Island, Plain Edge High School. Day 3 pick to the Jets. Let's make it happen.
I got a guy too, John Michael. I forgot his last name too. He's from Wyoming. Like great tight end too. Like not great as a blocker, but he's great as a receiver too as well. So if he can prove the blocking ability there, probably more of a day 3 pick, like 6th round. I definitely think he could be figuring with the Jets too as well.
Who do you think has the biggest voice in the organization with these picks? Is it Glenn or Muji at this point?
I'll probably say Glenn slightly, but they are working together with both. Like they are working together with, depending on, I think the first round pick would probably be Glenn because kind of his vision too, especially with that defense that he's going to be running. So obviously it's going to be either Bailey or Reese too as well. But Muji is definitely going to have his say within the organization too as well, especially when you're forming, the offense there too as well. And Frank Wright is also going to have some voice there too, especially with the offense that he's bringing in as well.
Well, I think any quarterback decision you're going to make, Frank Reich should have the biggest voice in that
Yes.
in that building, right? I mean, that's why you bring him in the first place.
Exactly, for his expertise there, experience, and just his know-how too as well. His man has coached at every single level, college, NFL, and he's been around the block. And yeah, you definitely have to factor in his voice too as well.
In your opinion, you mentioned you think they'll take a quarterback at some point, if not Ty Simpson on day 2. But do you have a lean or a prediction for who that day 3 guy is? Is it Carson Beck, Drew Aller? We can go down the list. You know all the names. My audience knows all the names. What have you heard in that regard? Because the Jets have done their homework on these guys. They've had individual workouts with Garrett Nussmeier, Drew Aller, Ty Simpson, Carson Beck. So they put in the work on a lot of these QBs.
I tend to lean towards either Carson Beck or Drew Aller too as well. I kind of lean towards Carson Beck just simply because I think he's more of a Frank Wright type of guy there with the offense that they kind of run there, and he's older too as well. So if something were to happen to Geno, like he could be a guy that can step in and play right away, as opposed to maybe Drew Aller has some injury questions too as well. But Carson Beck, up and down career, whether Georgia, Miami, but he did help the team reach the national championship before losing to Indiana. So I think he obviously will provide a upgrade over a guy like a Brady Cook who they played late last season too. So yeah, I think Carson Beck. If I had to lean towards one direction, it'd probably be Carson Beck, probably in the early 4th round.
Dan, the Jet fan with a super chat, he cuts the line. Do either of you think the Bucs will trade up for a wide receiver to replace Mike Evans at all? I'm sure they'd take one at 15, but would they trade up?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think they took Mike Evans' replacement last year in Ibuka, and they also have Jalen McMillan too as well on the roster. So I don't think they necessarily need to take a wide receiver. Maybe they will, but I already think they have his replacements already in the building. I think they prepared a year early just in case Mike Evans were to leave in free agent, which he did.
Yeah, I don't know if they need a receiver. They have Godwin still. They have, you mentioned McMillan, obviously Ibuka they took a year ago, and he was really good before he got hurt. I don't know if they would go receiver. I did see Kuiper mock them Kenyon Sadiq, one pick in front of the Jets, so they wanted to run 2 tight end sets with Cade Otton. Like that would be a fascinating combo. Baker throwing to Sadiq and those other weapons.
Yeah, I can see that happening too as well. Just get Baker as many weapons as possible. But yeah, I have a hard time believing they would take a receiver there. Like at some point, maybe, because I do think it's a talented receiver draft this year, but maybe you take it in the 2nd or 3rd round.
Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. J-Boy in the Santonio Holmes helmet raffle at the end of the show for one. Let's go. Lou B checking in. He says, Antwan, who would we win more with this year? Bailey or Love? Who will be better over the next 5 years?
Hold on. Bailey. Jeremiah Love. Oh,
yeah. So
okay.
Lou B is a Jeremiah Love sycophant.
I think Jeremiah Love is the best player in the draft. So I probably, but they're not going to take Jeremiah Love because Breece Hall and everything like that. But yeah, I mean, I probably would say Jeremiah Love, to be honest with you, because I think he's such a dynamic player. I mean, he never puts the ball on the ground. He can catch the ball at the backfield. He can run through you. He can run by you. He can just do so much. That's why I think the Titans are going to take him at 4. Like, I feel like they almost have to get Cam Ward some weapon and some help around him. So, yeah, I have a hard time believing. I know it's a lot of talk about where he might go, but I have a hard time believing Robert Saleh is going to let a player like that slip away from him at number 4 overall.
Cisco Lopez, Lou B's going to lead a cult. I'm telling you, Lou B's obsession with Jeremiah Love is very cult-like. And look, he's a phenomenal player, but you brought it up. Breece Hall, the Jets have said on the record they intend to get a deal done with him after the draft. What's the latest there?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to happen until later on, maybe in the summertime as well, maybe right before training camp too, sort of what you saw with Sauce and Garrett last year too. But, that's not necessarily obviously on the forefront right now, obviously with the draft, but after the draft, they'll talk a little bit, try to work things out. And I think if I had to bet, I think they school their heads, come with bail, and I think they end up agreeing on the deal at some point.
All right, couple draft related questions. Doesn't have to be Jet specific, but you're a draft guy. You love this thing. You study these guys all the time. Give me some of the Antwan Staley draft crushes this year.
Ooh, okay. I got a ton. Like, you talk about, Nick Singleton from Penn State too, somebody underrated running back too, as well. Somebody that you could take, maybe on day 3 there that can come in and produce right away. So that's a guy that I like too, as well. Anthony Hill Jr. from Texas, another guy that I like too. I think also had him mocked to the Jets too later on as well. So those are 2 guys that I really, really like too in the later rounds as well. So yeah, those probably be the guys that Drew Stevens too as well. Because I think the Jets will take. I don't know if they'll take a kicker, but I think they will look at the kicker position, whether it be as a undrafted free agent or not. They'll add another kicker in the building, and if a guy like Drew Stevens is still available after the draft, I'll bring him in because you definitely need a quality kicking situation, especially considering the Jets may struggle to score points, and you had a guy like Nick Folk would be able to be automatic last year.
2 7th-round picks. Could the Jets draft the kicker with one of those?
Yeah, I think it makes sense. I think it would make a lot of sense there for Stevens there at the seventh round. So yeah, make sure you lock up that quality kicker position there, and hopefully he can be on the roster for the next 10 to 15 years.
All right, we've seen during drafts notable players be traded. A couple of years ago, John Franklin Myers was traded to the Broncos on day 3 of the 2024 draft, and that was a disastrous trade, and I think many of us knew it at the time. Give me your thoughts on someone who we maybe should be looking at that could be dealt in a similar fashion over the course of the draft weekend.
I don't know if anybody will in terms of the Jets per se, but and I know it's not a lot of talk about Jamin Sherwood, but I don't see that necessarily happening too as well. I think they're gonna try to run it back with him another year there. If anything, they might might have somebody else be their green dot linebacker next year too, as well, and move him to the off-ball linebacker. But in terms of the Jets, I really don't see them moving anybody. But you never know. You never know. Like I didn't think John Franklin Myers was going to get traded then either. And as you alluded to, it was definitely definitely did not work out on their end. And John Franklin Myers was really one of the players that spearheaded that Broncos defense the last few years, and now he's in Tennessee. So I expect he'll probably do the same thing there.
Jamin Sherwood for Will Levis. Your thoughts?
I mean, for the Jet side, that'd be pretty good. I don't know how the Titans will feel about it, but I know the Jet side getting away from that money, I think they would be happy about that.
Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Last chance to get in on the conversation. Lou B says, why does Hall have no deal?
Well, because they're working money, basically what it is. Like, he wants more money than the Jets want to give him. So that's basically, simple math.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, they use the tag on him. And while Brees hasn't signed it, that doesn't mean that they can't get a deal done long term. These things typically take time. I mean, that's just kind of how it goes in football.
Yeah, exactly. And then he wants to be compensated. I mean, he understands he's in the prime of his career, also on the team that's not very good. So he's going to want more money, obviously. And then the Jets have a price point. His agent has a price point. And until they meet in the middle, then we're going to have this, back and forth too as well. So, but I think it's something to get done eventually. It may take a time. It may take a little while, but I don't expect to see Brees Hall there for OTAs and minicamp too as well.
What's your favorite draft memory of all time, Antwan?
Probably Mel Kiper getting yelled at by I forgot the Colts guy name. Like, if I forgot whoever the guy was, like he just pretty much said, Mel Kiper doesn't know anything, and just completely ripped him and everything like that. So that was one of my favorite ones too. I think they took Trev Alberts, and then he was not a fan of Trev Alberts being taken in that spot. And then he basically said Mel Kiper has no idea what he's talking about.
Bill Tobin just destroyed him.
Yes, that's who it was. Yeah, I couldn't think of the name.
All right, final question. Are you concerned that the baseball team you root for is 6-11 and is sitting in last place in the American League East?
Oh, they suck, yeah. Yeah, they suck. The whole division is not necessarily really good this year.
So that's it? You're throwing in the white flag? You're giving up on the Red Sox?
Have you seen them play this year? Oh, yeah, they did just score, I think, 8 runs today. So, but yeah, They don't have a consistent offense. And then their best pitcher just got completely destroyed the other night in Minnesota. So it's not good. I didn't think they'd be good anyway, especially losing Bretman too as well. They didn't have a big time replacement person to replace them. So now you're struggling to score offense, and then your pitching has been up and down. So you're probably going to be in last place because I think the Orioles are better than you. I think obviously the Yankees, Toronto, and the Rays are better than you. So unless they make some kind of deals there, I think it's going to be a long season in Boston.
I enjoyed Garrett Crochet's line the other night. 1.2 innings pitched, 10 earned runs, season ERA sitting at 7.58.
We're starting his career, like between the White Sox and the Red Sox, like by far.
I enjoyed it, but look, I mean,
it's not like the Yankees are playing well either. So
no.
It's not like you got that score for you either.
No, but hey,
like Aaron Boone doesn't know how to rotate his the pitching. Like
half game out of first place, Antwan. That's all I care about. It's April 15th. We got time.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on. We'll do it again after the draft and get your thoughts on everything. But tell people where they can find you on the way out.
All right, find me at New York Daily News, nydailynews.com. Like, you see my latest mock draft too as well. We have one coming out tomorrow, and then I'll have one with Pat Leonard next week too, like a joint mock draft first round. So you can check that out there. Also, check me out at Antwan Staley on all social media platforms.
Wow, you guys are having a mock off. I love it.
Yeah, we might as well. We did it last year. We thought it was fun, so we're gonna do it again.
Love it, Antwan. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming on.
All right, thanks, Jay.
Antwan Staley from the New York Daily News. My guest there. Good stuff from Antwan. 5-spot gifted memberships, ladies and gentlemen. Jetstream has sent it in. He is in the Asmaniac Raffle for 5. Let's go.
Yeah, here we come, baby. Here we come. Here come the Jets, baby.
You hear your name called, you're in the raffle. Or you're not in the raffle, actually. You're just a channel member. Jetstream's in the raffle. Everyone else, if they want to be in the raffle, you gift the membership and you pay it forward. JT, 15 years. The Fast Count. Victor Smith, Brent Davis, all receiving a gifted membership there from Jetstream. Big Phil, I didn't even realize you sent in the super chat asking me to troll Antwan about his last place Boston Red Sox, but great minds think alike, because I definitely had that on the list of things to bring up with Mr. Staley there. Again, Santonio Holmes sign helmet is the raffle at the end of the show today. Also, new set of weekly prizes this Saturday. To everyone who enters throughout the week, we're going to give away a signed Darrelle Revis football, Garrett Wilson signed helmet, and a Wayne Corbett signed football. Asmaniac Madness is coming up. Before we get into it, though, I received this message from the Chef Kevin campaign.
Chef Kevin, you know you're only supposed to cut down the nets during the Final Four.
I know I jumped the gun. I got a little bit excited. What are you going to do? I'll do it for the next one.
Okay.
Whoa! Missed me. I wasn't ready for that. All good.
Congrats on the lane train. How were you able to handle that performance?
So the lane train, you guys didn't know, but my middle name is Thomas. I'm Thomas the Train. I derailed him because of who I am.
Oh! I knew that.
Yo, Chef Kevin, can we get a picture with you?
Yeah, sure, no problem. Let's go.
Chef, a lot of the pundits, a lot of the experts, they're predicting the matchup, your next matchup, to be a rock fight. How do you see yourself coming out victorious?
Kyle Clifton, he's a tough competitor. It's going to be 90 Knicks style, tough defense, low points, but there's going to be a lot of back and forth movement.
With that, I'll send it back to you, Jake Asman.
Ladies and gentlemen, that battle will be on Saturday for a spot in the Asmaniac Madness Final Four. But right now, we have a Sweet 16 showdown that needs to be decided. Black Gypsy, the 2 seed. Mr. Bonesy, the defending champion, a 3 seed this year. Can he go back-to-back? Well, he's going to have to get by Black Gypsy first. The winner will take on Gary 3D Boxing, who yesterday won a nail-biter, 51-49, over One Punch Dave Briga. Folks, it is time to vote. Are you Team Gypsy or Team Bonesy? Your votes determine who advances to the Elite Eight. Asmaniac Madness this afternoon is underway.
Who's gonna be the best of the bunch? Asmaniac Madness. You get to pick the ones that make the show rock. I'm the king, as a you.
Vote, baby. Unbelievable. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. First up today is a man who will go head-to-head against Chef Kevin on Saturday in the Elite Eight, the number 1 overall seed in our tournament this year. It's Clifton time.
Discord, he takes a lot.
Pretty horrible.
Not this one, but that one.
The internet's pretty horrible, but I'm up on the top deck here.
Outside for real. Outside for real.
You don't get much more outside than that. It just dropped about 15 degrees as you passed the Statue of Liberty. So beautiful.
What a beautiful day. Wow.
Oh, yeah. So I didn't get a chance to see Chef Kev's video. I'll have to go back and watch because I was in the green room. But I'm sure it was entertaining as it usually is. He's a good guy and a good competitor. Yeah, I like him. You know, I'm taking this news that the quarterbacks are off the table for us is kind of liberating, right? Like, if you have that taken away from you, you can just go ahead and fill out the team knowing that you're going to have a guy that's going to be coming in next year. Maybe you can dip into, picks for next year and trade for a guy with a little bit of potential. You talk about the Rattlers and of the world, and I forget the name of the Bears backup. Maybe bring one of those guys in to kind of compete. Once Gino has his inevitable blow up after about 6 or 8 weeks, that's something that you could possibly look to do. And I think it would be liberating for a GM and a coach to kind of cherry pick the best players. When you have 5 picks in the top 103.
Look, I think this is the right call. Obviously, if they love, and I use the word love, if they love Ty Simpson, that could change. I don't get the sense they do, Kyle. So I think the smartest thing for the Jets would be take a chance on day 3 with someone that has some traits you like, or maybe could develop into a long-term backup, and save your war chest of assets and build your team and set the team in proper position to take the guy next year in a better class. That, to me, is the smart move. We're losing you, Kyle. The Staten Island ferry internet is costing you. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton. Good effort from the ferry. Respect. Here's the bottom line, right? All signs should be pointing to the Jets not using an early pick on a QB. It's a 1 quarterback class. And I like Ty Simpson. If they took him in the 2nd round, I understand it. I'd prefer them to do it at 44 if he's there than 33. But I get it. There's things to like about Ty. But you can't overcome the lack of experience. That's a major red flag. Everything tells you over the last 25 years that a lack of starts in college directly correlates with a lack of true success at the NFL level. There could be exceptions to the rule, and maybe Ty's an exception, but you're not betting on that. Especially if you're a general manager who's accumulated assets to have 3 first-round picks in 2027. And no one is saying you need to get the quarterback figured out. This is not the Giants a year ago where Mara said you better get quarterback figured out. And they had to make their move for Dart, which worked out. Still wasn't enough to save. The coach and the GM basically is not even the GM. He just does whatever Harbaugh tells him to do. Muji's not in that spot. So this makes sense. This is the right approach. I know we all want the long-term answer. I know there's many in the fan base that, just take Ty. But you got to love Ty if you're going to take him. I don't get the sense the Jets love him. I think they like him. They might like him in the 2nd round. Okay. I'd be intrigued by that. But taking him at 16 when you have so many needs, you desperately need a receiver. I just don't think that's smart. Open phone lines for anyone who wants in on the conversation. Right now in Asmaniac Madness, it's shaping up to be another tight one. Mr. Bonesy, Black Gypsy, 55-45, the defending champ Bonesy, with a slight lead as poll voting officially opened up 5 minutes ago. Call in if you want your voice heard on today's show. We are presented by IndaCloud. I'll tell you what, between my first show, this show right now, the Jets Collective tonight at 7 Eastern, I'm going to need some IndaCloud to help me unwind. If you don't know what IndaCloud is, listen up. IndaCloud, it's awesome. It is a legal online cannabis dispensary. They have gummies, premium flower, pre-rolls, and my personal favorite, the zero sugar THC sodas. After a long day of doing the show, You need one of these to help unwind and reset. No alcohol, no sluggish feeling, just a smooth way to stay sharp and feel good. Everything's lab tested, federally legal hemp THC. It will ship discreetly right to your door. So if you're 21 or older, here's what you do. You go to their website, indocloud.co. At checkout, you use my code Asman. That will save you 35%, and you'll get free shipping on orders over $55 or over $50. So 35% off with the code Asman and free shipping on all orders over $50. Enjoy responsibly. Shout out to IndaCloud for sponsoring the Jake Asman Show. Let's get to some of your calls right now on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline. This one I see, or this guy I see is on hold, and you never know what he's going to say. It's time.
Sean, he wears batshit crazy glasses. Spikes his football in the toilet. He might be a little drunk. 3D Gary thinks the guy is a midwit. Is that a Cybertruck on his face? Let's ask Sean Sugator.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
Hey, Sean.
How's everything?
Good, man. How are you?
All right. How's fam? How's everything?
Everything is fantastic.
That's awesome, man. It's great to hear.
How are you?
I'm good,
New haircut?
Things are coming. Yeah, I try to keep it, clean and fresh,
You look handsome, Sean.
Handsome, no, but, I do my own thing, so.
Well, you don't look ugly, so what's the opposite of ugly?
I don't know, but I'm not looking for handsome. But anyway,
How about gorgeous?
Nah,
Stunning, even.
Far from that. Look, Jake, 24, man. You know that number, right?
How did you get a Revis jersey with half of it green, half of it white?
It's international. Let's just say it's national. But I paid like $50 for this, man. $50.
Where do you get that?
Right. I'm not gonna lay down names or any, I'm just gonna keep it secret. But
it's top secret information, I understand.
But anyway, Jake, I'm looking at the draft now. Like, I know there's a bunch of prognoses on what's gonna happen, what's gonna develop, all the top analysis saying, oh yeah, it might go this way, it might go that way. It's basically a monopoly soup out there, what's gonna happen. There's been intel released that Bailey is gonna be the number one choice, the number two choice, obviously. But David Bailey, the number two choice, but I don't believe that's what's gonna be. I think it's just a bone thrown out there for us to chew on.
You ever chew on a bone?
I think it is. I think they're basically trying to maneuver. It's like a maneuvering tool. To say, all right, yeah, number two is straight up open. Do you want the number two? And we're willing to trade the number two out. So I think Muji is smart, so he's not going to say, oh yeah, we're definitely picking Arvell Reese at number two. That's why I think a lot of these releases or, you know what I mean, are getting out.
When you say releases and number two, just to clarify, you're not talking about a bowel movement, right?
There's leakage, Are
you talking about going to the bathroom then, number one?
No, I'm saying if David Bailey being the number one obvious choice.
Well, you said leakage and then release and then number two. So are you talking about the bathroom or the NFL draft?
Dude, you're gonna make me want to go to the bathroom. You keep saying bathroom. No, but
you got a stomach ache?
Yeah, so basically it's what I believe it is. It's a phallus, It's like something you say out there, you put out there, and eventually it's gonna come out to be. It's gonna look. I think.
Did you have Taco Bell last night? Big fella says he saw you there.
No. Big fella, the number one, what, 2 seed?
2 seed, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, big fella, number 2 seed, I hope he wins, Me and him had it out in the beginning. But, I think he's a good individual guy. He loves the Jets, so I have no problem with him. Sometimes individuality, embarks on like other stages of humanity, and I believe that Big Fella is a good guy. So
What about you? Are you a good guy, Sean?
I try to be, I try to be like the best I could be. And the army, no, but I try to be, I try to, do the best I could. We all learn, we all love and learn. So
Gator writes, and Sean, I have those same goggles, Home Depot, aisle 9, right next to the barrels of baby oil.
He knows my secrets, man. He got it. No, come on, man. I'm not gonna and delve into his psychology of how he feels about me. So
have you ever thought about teaching a philosophy course at a major college, Sean?
No, because I couldn't stay straight enough. Yeah, I'd be on some chemical. So, but what I really want to say is I think Arvel is the really true number 2 pick. He just has all the tools, man. You're gonna look for. He's a Swiss Army knife on the field. You could.
Where would you line him up?
Honestly, I'd line him on outside linebacker at first.
Can you show us what that looks like? Getting a linebacker stance in the 3-4?
I could, but I never played linebacker. I played safety in college. Well, not college, high school. I wish I would made it in college, but I didn't. But no, I can't. Stance, I could show you stances.
Yeah, give us the linebacker stance.
It's either it's different, like or okay, so all right. So you're looking like different stances, like it's easy or like what defensive coverages you're gonna be making.
Let's say a base 3-4, he's the outside backer in it.
Okay, so you're just gonna have you're gonna be stancing like this with your hands on your knees.
And put your phone against something because it's tough to see what you're doing because of the angle is too tight to you.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna okay. All right, here we go. All right. You're gonna stand like this with your hands on your knees. So you're gonna be looking out, right? And you're gonna be looking at certain coverages and certain, offensive schemes. A good offensive tackle. Wait, linebacker, I should say. A good offensive defensive linebacker, I should say. A good defensive linebacker. See, offensive defense. A good defensive linebacker will look and gauge, and see his,
Give us the stance again. That was good.
Okay. All right. This is what I learned from Mo Lewis. Mo Lewis was the best of what he did.
He taught you?
No, from watching game film.
Oh,
all right.
Okay.
I wish I knew Mo Lewis, but he's a very private person, I heard. All right, but he's like,
I heard he's a fan of yours.
Right? And then you crouch down like this because you don't want to let the opposition know what you're really, so you keep a position really crouched to this position. Basically. And then you look around and you observe, and with your teaching and schemes and you watching game film, you're gonna jump to specific offensive lines and play calls. But
Sean, this was outstanding. One of your finest calls. Thank you very much.
all right, thanks, bud. All right.
the Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Shout out to Sean. Excellent job there. Great form. Big fella says in the raffle for Sean. How about that? Big fella giving Sean 2 raffle tickets. We love that. Sean, good luck. Very nice gesture from the big fella. Hey, shout out to Derek. It goes first live show on this channel, and this is hilarious. You're the type of person that I look forward to, Derek. The person that's tuning in live for the first time and tunes in and sees Sean squatted down like that. You're exactly what I've been looking for, Derek. You're the man. Thank you.
J-E-T-S. Just. All right, let's go.
Call in, Derek. I'll put you in the raffle for 2 for any first-time caller. We're giving away a signed Santonio Holmes helmet at the end of today's show. Chris Coyle writes in, vote Bonesy, great family man, hard worker, great fan, in Asman original. A lot of love for the defending champ. It's 55-45 Bonesy leading Gypsy right now. Get your vote in if you want to be a part of it. The winner will face Gary 3D Boxing in the Elite 8. JT, who just got a membership gifted to him, is paying it forward right away. Shout out to you, JT. JT in the Asmaniac raffle with this gesture for 1.
Good job.
Let me see if I can see who got JT's membership. Chris Coyle received the gifted membership there from JT. Shout out to Chris. He's a longtime viewer of my show. Great dude. Met him at a training camp practice a year ago. All right, let's get to more of your calls right now. Mr. Bonesy is in action. We have not heard from him, and we have not heard from Black Gypsy. However, that's about to change because the defending champion and a special guest is on the line.
The only thing better than Alden shoes is Joey D, cause he totally rules. Jake, my brother, I'm high as a kite. I love everybody. Damn, this show is crazy.
Sonny!
Vote for Bonesy!
Yeah, Sonny.
We're about to leave the house. Just wanted to say I appreciate all the love, man. People say such nice things in the chat. It means a lot, man. You know, we're all a big family, and this is all for fun. And the Jets bring us together. Imagine we were a good team, man. I say it all the time.
I feel it's gonna be
This shit is crazy. But, you know, may the best man win today. Me and Gypsy already went at it this morning. And look, all I'll remind people is no matter what we do, Gary and Gypsy are going to continue to battle. I mean, even on this morning, they can't help themselves. We're chopping it up this morning, and what happens? Gary and Gypsy start going at it. And to me, Gary seems like he's kind of getting sick of it, but, you know.
He's sick of Beast for sure. Black Gypsy's starting to wear him down, though.
Yeah, he's getting them, right? Yeah, but at least, you know, no matter what, we're gonna still, you know, see
Sonny,
that. So.
Who should the Jets take? Sonny's the real Jet fan in the Bonesy family. I watched Jets Panthers with Sonny. He had a great time watching the Jets offense not score.
Oh wait, hold on. I got someone else who's wants to be seen.
Lola. Hi, Lola.
All right, guys. I love you guys. We're going to the soccer game. He just wants to do one thing before we go.
J-E-T-S, Jets.
Yeah, we got Lola involved. We love it. Bonesy, you're the man.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Playing the family card early. That's the type of competitor Black Gypsy is. Right now, it is 53-47. So Black Gypsy gaining some votes. 53-47. Make sure you vote to determine who advances. Comments, questions, super chats. They cut the line. Appreciate everyone who is here. Make sure you hit the like button. We are 30 subscribers or so away from 45,000. I think we'll definitely get there during our draft streams, which is our most viewed 3 days of streaming during the off season. We're even less than that now. We're actually at 44,974. So we're about 26 away from 45K. So appreciate everyone who's watching. If you're new and you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. This super chat is from Spencer. He wrote, I have a property law final today at 6 Central. Can I get a motivational speech from Beast so I do well on it? Ladies and gentlemen, when you need motivation, there's only one guy you go to.
It's Beast Breaker. It's all goddamn muscle right here. Stringing the cheese. Woo! You clown sucking douchebag. Let's hear it, I got gas right now. Oh. Why do I smell Vicks vapor rubbing chicken soup?
Probably because that's your diet.
No, that's a Bob Barker quote. And remember, help control the pet population. Have your pets sprayed or neutered.
So
Yeah,
are you gonna motivate Spencer here or no?
The only thing that guy got to do is he needs to go get brain details fixed and give himself a dream. Get a life. Find something to do. Go hump a tree or something, or jump off a bridge. You want to do something better for worth everybody's time.
So
I got better
what you're
things
saying
to do than play
is,
around with a monkey on a brain.
so you're not going to help Spencer here.
He's an idiot. I can't stand that guy. The guy's a douche. If he wants to do something, go make spaghetti sauce, or learn to do something with your life. Like get a hobby, do some dirt biking, play some basketball, do something with your life, cheapskate. Now beat it, Slope. Now we got better things than play I gotta play hopscotch all day. I gotta play hopscotch all day. Thank you. What rope are you talking about? This whole team looks like it's shot to shit. Who the hell do you think you are? I am.
All right, Spencer, I tried, but it didn't work. Comments, questions, super chats. They will cut the line. Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up because there's a guy on the line that we have not seen on the show in a very long time. Six Rings is next.
Hello, guys. It's good. First of all, I want to be an Asmaniac. How can I get accepted from the group?
Well, I don't think it's the best idea to call in wearing Patriot gear.
No, but it's a show. I want to do something for the chat. I want to honor your Super Bowl. So, hats off to my boy. Got me a deal. I want to get you guys a Matt Snail signed autograph. And I want to give away some Jake Asman t-shirts to the chat. Because Matt Snail is the only player in Jets history that scored a touchdown in the Super Bowl. So I want to get that for an Asmaniac if they want.
Interesting.
I also want to honor Joe Namath. Joe Namath is one of very few quarterbacks to win an AFL championship and a Super Bowl MVP. You can argue he's the second greatest quarterback in the history of the AFC East. Second greatest. I like him more than Josh Allen, Dan Marino, Drew Bledsoe, Tony Easton. You can go back and forth. He won you guys 2 titles and 2 MVPs. But it's not about that. What can I do to be accepted by the Asmaniacs? Can someone, Kyle Clifton, can somebody, Mad Mac, can someone tell me what do I have to do?
Well, I think the big thing is you should probably stop calling in and trolling or wearing all
I'm not
Patriots
trolling
gear.
you. I'm not trolling. I want to be a part of the group. This isn't trolling. Okay, I know. But what can I do to be a part of the group?
Frank P says, honor this Pats fan. Go away. No Pats fan allowed. Look, Six Rings, you've been gone for a while. You just got to kind of take your medicine right now. And then over time, maybe you could prove yourself.
They never allow me, though, to be a part of the group.
Well, you come in decked out in Patriot gear. This is what
happens.
happens.
What can I do to be a part? I want to be an Asmaniac.
Look,
I want to join the community. The
I'd
Discord.
love to tell you, but unfortunately, Frank P said, you're gone.
Now look what you've done, Six Rings. You fake Pats fraud. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut you off and cast you out with the sodomites. Some time in here will make you feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Now, why he picked today of all days to return to the show? Look, Six Rings, it's going to take some time. All right, we've had people sent to the hole many times that end up being welcomed by the community. But, you know, it's going to take extra time for any Pats fan. Now, it's a nice gesture that you wanted to give some memberships and give away a Matt Snell signed item. You know, just have good calls, and maybe over time you'll get an opportunity. But unfortunately, the chat has not forgiven your calls from over the summer. Well, I personally have not forgiven the fact that you called in on one show wearing Pats gear, and then you were wearing Dolphins gear on another show. That actually bothered me more. I'm like, if you're going to be a Pats fan, at least be a Pats fan. The fact that you have Miami Dolphins gear, you didn't see the problem with wearing both teams' apparel is crazy. But 6 rings right now, you are still in the hole. Now, if someone posts bail, we'll let you out. Big fella writes in, take down the jersey behind you, and we could talk. Perhaps that's what it would take. More of your calls right now. The big fella's next.
When he's home, his bell is on the bed. That's what feels good. On the road, his bell is on the bed. In a dirty hotel room. He calls the show, his bell is on the bed. He's just more comfortable. He got a beard, loves the jets, super jets. Where the big fella sleeps alone. There's no room on his bed. Where's the big fella?
What's up, man?
Big fella, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Voice is back. Thank God. Everything's going well, man. I wanted to see if I could talk to 6 rings from the hole for a second.
Unfortunately, he signed off.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering if he's going to call in, why doesn't he take that jersey down off the wall? I mean, that's the troll in the whole thing, isn't it? Like he's
calling a jet show and acting like and being surprised that people don't accept him when he's got loads of Patriot gear behind him and on his body. He's wearing a Pats hat. It's like, come on.
Yeah. I mean, dude, you want to be a part of the community? You have to adjust a little bit. You can't call in and be like, oh, I'm a Pats fan, but I want to be. No, we hate those motherfuckers, man. Stand the Pats.
You're right.
It's like wake up. You just can't. You can't do it. It's like mixing oil and water, man. You can't do it. So unless
you want to see a magic trick?
Sure.
Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm about to do is called magic.
Pew, pew, pew. Abracadoodle.
How's it going, big fella?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I don't know why you're calling in when you have
because I like your show. I like what you guys do. It's not a Jet show. You know what I mean? It's more.
It is a Jet show. It is a Jet show.
I know.
It's a Jet show, and you call in and you have the jersey on the wall and back of you, bro.
That's why I want to give you guys.
Do
something nice for you guys.
And we appreciate it, but I'm giving you some advice, okay? If you're gonna call into this community, okay, who's been starved of a playoff appearance, and as long as we
had
have
a good year in 1960, and you won 2 titles.
Don't bullshit like that for a second. I'm talking about recent history. Okay, I'm trying to give you advice. If you want to be part of the community, you got to take the jersey off the wall. Okay, and you got to come in like with just plain clothes on. Okay, there are people in the community that like other teams, okay, but they're not going to come in on with their other team stuff on. Okay, you got to be able to do that. If you can't do that, then you got to go. Huh?
But I like autographs too. You guys like to collect your memorabilia.
It's not about memorabilia, man. It's about the team, and we love the team. You
like your
no. Memorabilia can only go so far. This jet love that we have goes real deep, bro, and it goes far beyond signatures and jerseys and stuff like that.
Games, I get it.
We feel it, okay, and if you want to be a part of the community, you got to respect that. And you
Okay.
can't wear that patch shit, and you definitely can't have Tom Brady's jersey on the wall if you're calling in.
Come on, I work, man. I work hard. You know,
I'm not saying you do. I'm not saying you don't work hard,
I
bro.
like you. I gave compliments to Joe Namath. That wasn't trolling. That was me being real.
I'm not saying you don't work hard, bro. But what I am saying is you got to come in and you got to respect the community. You can't come in with the rival jersey on and say, "Hey, I'm here. Let me in." Nah, that's bullshit. You can't do that. You can't do it. Change your ways, and we'll talk. Until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
You remember me, you son of a bitch?
Not this guy, man.
That's right. This is the Roddy Crump, son.
Buddy.
You're in the wrong place.
What number was Joe Namath drafted? What number did he go?
Ass funky. Take that Patriot shit off, or I got something that'll take it right off. I got some gasoline and I got a couple matches. If you want to be here, you want to earn your keep. You take that bullshit. You take it right off, or I'm gonna come over there and put this to your ass. And believe me, son, you'll have wealth so big on your ass that God won't save you from pain.
Come on, tell me. You like Joe Namath. What number did he go in the draft? What number did he go?
Yes.
I don't care about your belt. Tell me what number Joe Namath went.
You want some
he
of
went
this?
number one. You know what?
Bad.
They don't
this
like
is what
me.
happens.
No, I won this Rumble, man. You don't even know what number
You don't.
Now look what you've done, 6 rings. You fake patch fraud. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to cut you off and cast you out with the sodomites. Some time in here will make you feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
We tried the good cop with the big fella. It wasn't working. So then we went to the bad cop in the beast. 6 rings just may never get it. Brian Morales says, I'll never accept you 6 rings. Sean Bennett wrote big fella for the win. And Cisco Lopez now in the raffle for 2 with this says 6 rings. You can't come to the Jets community with Pat's gear. That's all. I will bail you, but you can't display it. Don't bail him out, Cisco. Leave him in the hole. He's got to learn. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, up next on the Gusbuster Umbrella Hotline is a man who is revered in this community. He's our king. King Lowski is up next right now.
He's the king. His OG loves the Jets.
He's the king.
Jake, my brother. It's always good to see you, my brother. And let me just say this, man. I had to hop on real quick because I got pissed off real quick. Okay? Let me tell you something about you Boston bitches up there, 6 rings, whoever the hell you is. Let me tell you something, son. This is a damn Jet show. Okay? We talk about the damn Jets every damn day. How the hell you gonna come up here and say this ain't a damn Jet show? Have you lost your damn mind, son? Okay? I don't give a damn what kind of shenanigans or whatever the hell we do up here that entertains you, son. Okay? At the end of the day, we talk about the damn JTS, Jets. Okay? And don't you forget it. You coming up here with that pussy-ass Boston shit. Okay? We can give a damn about the Patriots. Okay? We don't give a damn about Tom Brady. We don't give a damn about cheating Bill Belichick. Okay? We don't give a damn. Coming up here talking about it ain't a Jet show. It is a damn Jet show. You bum. You scrub. Okay? We don't give a damn about no Boston bitches. All right? To hell with Boston. To hell with the Patriots. To hell with the Celtics. Okay? We can give a damn. And to hell with the Red Sox too. Okay? At the end of the day, don't come up here talking about some Patriot shit. And you better not come up here wearing no Patriot shit. We'll kick your ass. All right? We don't play that up here. We talk about the Jets. If you ain't got nothing nice to say about the Jets, stay your ass off the damn chat line. Stay your ass off the Gusbuster chat line, bum. We don't play that, baby. Because it's all about the JTS. Just Jets. JTS. Just Jets.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
Perfect. King Lowski, a legend. We needed that call. That was tremendous. Wow. Speaking of cheating, forget just Belichick. How about Mike Vrabel? Nick Shine in the raffle for 2. Pats fan is like Vrabel, both spending quality time in a hole. Hey now. Sean Bennett with a super chat. Just imagine our 98 Jets in this current day. AFC playoff season. The Jets definitely would have won the Super Bowl in 99. Yeah, I mean, they would have beat that Falcons team. I think most people agree with that. We'll never know. But up 10-0 in the championship game against Denver in 98. That was the year. Comments, questions, super chats, cut the line. Right now, we only have 8 gifted memberships this show for the raffle that's coming up at the end here for a Santonio Holmes signed helmet. So make sure if you want to enter, you enter it. All right. No, I'm not talking about Mike Vrabel and Diana Rossini here. I'm saying gift a membership or a super chat that qualifies so you could be entered in the raffle for a chance to win the item. Right now in Asmaniac Madness, it is 54-46. Mr. Bonesy with the slight lead over Black Gypsy. Your vote determines who advances to face Gary 3D Boxing. So get your votes in. Shout out to Common Country. He just gifted 1 membership. He's in the raffle for
Good
1.
job.
Common Country's membership went to listener Zedward. That's Steady Eddie. Edward Ziff receiving the membership there from Common Country. We've heard from Mr. Bonesy on the Gusbuster hotline now is his brother Joe Bonesy. Hello, Joe.
What's going on, Jake? Can you hear me?
Oh, I hear you, Joe.
You know, I just wanted to talk about how I think we should really be giving Geno Smith the best chance to be successful. I don't want to hear about drafting Ty Simpson in the first round. Even at 33, I'm not feeling it. You know, I'm a big John Gruden guy, and after watching his Gruden camp video, I'm just not sold on Ty. I know Neil is going to have a heart attack, but I don't know. He seems... He was having trouble enunciating, play calling. I don't know. He just seems very...
You're judging him off that? I thought he was good on the Gruden show. I enjoyed it.
I don't know. I wasn't feeling it. Not in the top 33. Not a top 33 pick for me.
What about top 44?
I agree with someone in the chat said I don't think he's going to last that. Someone's going to take him.
Well, if he's there, then would you take him?
I'll throw a dart. Yeah, I'll throw a dart.
All right.
No pun intended on Jackson Dart.
Now, did you vote for your brother in Asmaniac Madness?
Yes, I did.
You didn't think about it.
I mean, I bust my bro's balls a lot. You know, I give him a lot of shit. You know, honestly, when I'm holding shit down at the store and he's just, you know, waiting on hold and, you know, talking Jets, it does, you know, it does burn my ass. But I love him a lot. You know, he's a diehard Jets fan. He's delusional as can be when it comes to the Jets. But, you know, I appreciate everybody voting for him.
Who's running the store if both of you are not at the store today?
Well, we got some partners. We got some guys, you know, got to have some time off.
How many times do you think either Bobby or Beast or whoever has called today?
They're famous. They're famous there.
That's amazing.
They're literally people ask me like, "Oh, how's Bobby Midnight doing?"
Did you tell him he only has 9 toes now?
Well, I told him that he lost a lot of weight. Bobby looks great.
He does. Very handsome, that Bob.
Yeah, he really is. But I want to say this about Black Gypsy and Gary. I don't know. I did want to see my brother lose to Black Gypsy, but I'm honestly getting tired of Gypsy and Gary. I think Gypsy, once they started just going straight, Gary calling Gypsy feminine and Gypsy calling Gary a cheater. They gotta like lay off that and just bring it, talking about other topics, because they are great callers, but I'm just kind of getting tired of the same old,
Yeah, I mean, look, that's a real rivalry there. There's some real bad blood now between those two.
Or you should be a moderator and mute one person while the other person's talking.
That could be tough. I mean, look, if they end up having a matchup, we might be left with no choice though.
What's the percentage? You said 54.
53-47. So your brother still has the lead.
Ground. All right, I'm gonna go create some accounts for Gypsy to take over.
Look, the fraud vote could be the difference, Joe.
All right, I'm going to get busy. All right, thanks, Jake.
Ladies and gentlemen, the other Bonesy, Joe Bonesy.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Vote, vote, vote. We're not going to have any way of knowing how many times you voted.
I need y'all to make 50 fake accounts, 50 burner accounts. They're not fake. They're real accounts. They're just burner accounts. And then go vote for me from all 50 accounts.
Ladies and gentlemen, more of your calls right now. Up next is Gary 3D Boxing. Hello, Gary.
What up, Jake? No intro today?
You want an intro?
Nah, that doesn't matter.
No, you're wrong. Wow, what the? Oof, that hurt. Where am I? The moon? Seriously?
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I like that you kicked me all the way to the moon. That's quite impressive, Jake. But I had a couple of thoughts here on my guy Six, because I don't think that he's a bad guy. But if you want to come on a Jet show in Patriots gear, you're gonna have to be the villain. Like there's just no other role that you can play, my dude. Like, you're coming on a Jet show as enemy number one. And you come out decked in Patriots gear, right? We used to have Matt from Cincy, was that his name? We used to have someone in the chat who was a Bengals fan who just liked the show. We had like fans from other fan bases who were called in the show and stuff. Okay, Sean Bennett, what did I do to you?
Yeah, hold on.
Sean,
what happened here? I thought you guys were good.
Bennett? I have no issues with Sean. I hope all is well, Sean. God bless.
Well, let me shout out Sean. He did give 5 memberships. So Sean, I got you. Also, Ozzy Fullers, I see you. You're in the raffle. Derek, I see you. But Sean gifting 5 and then saying, "Screw Gary, lost all respect for him." What do you think you did that pissed off Sean so much?
I have no idea. I mean, you'd have to ask Sean, I guess. I have no idea what I did to piss him off. I really can't concern myself too much with other people's feelings. I mean, people are going to feel how they want to feel. Contrary to what you think, Jacob, I don't control other people's emotions. I just don't. Like, you're grown-ups, you're adults, male or female. You control your own emotions. I don't make you mad. I don't make you happy. You do those things. All right, Sean. All right, Sean. Can you put in the chat? Can you come on and explain why I'm a villain?
Sean, call back in and let's settle this like men, mano a mano. We'll talk it through and maybe come to some common ground.
Who do you think is the most upset that I haven't lost? Like, in the chat. It's obviously Black Gypsy. Clearly it's Black Gypsy. But other than that, who do you think it is? Like, the most upset? I
don't know. You have a lot of haters, Gary.
A lot. I'm not for everyone, Jacob. I'm not for everyone. I am not for everyone. I would. Yo Holmes is probably the leader in the chat, but there's a lot. Frank P is one of them. There's a lot of angry people in the chat that I haven't lost yet. And it's like I'm rooting for someone to lose. It's like, yeah, be better than that. Be better than that. Be better than that. But back to Six Rings. I don't mind having a villain, but you can't complain about people don't like you when you are intentionally the villain. Right? Like, if I called up a Patriot show in Jets gear and talk smack about the. I mean, it wouldn't go very well because like they just laugh at you because you're a Jets fan. But you understand what I'm saying? It's like you can have a role in this community, but it's going to be as the villain because you're a Patriots fan. I have one of my best friends is from Boston. He's a Patriots fan, a Red Sox fan, and a Celtics fan. Right? We're friends. I don't hate the guy because of it. But during football season, we don't really talk too much during the Jet-Patriot game. This year we did because the Jets were laughing stock, and he just texted me. He's like, I'm not even going to say anything because the Jets aren't very good, but they really don't have any interceptions this year. I was like, no, they don't, bro. But you got a place. And then it looks like it's going to be me and Bonesy again, huh? Just like last year in the final. This is what I asked for. I wanted, if I was going to go.
53-47, there could be a late Black Gypsy run.
Okay.
Who'd you vote for?
I voted for my boy Bonesy. Bonesy voted for me. Bonesy is my guy. I voted for Bonesy. Only once though. If he needs me to vote for him again, I can, but I only voted for him once because I would like to see Gypsy, but in order for me to complete this run, I got to get redemption from last year. So that means I got to go through the man who beat me. I don't duck smoke. I don't sit here and try to hope someone gets upset. I want to beat the best guy in every round, and Bonesy is the champion, so I want to get Bonesy.
Well, speaking of smoke, Gary, get ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, sports fans of all ages, welcome to the event of the year, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the Asmaniac Rumble.
What up, Sean?
Hey, Gary. How you doing, Gary?
I am well. How are you, Sean? I like the jersey. That's a pretty tight jersey. It's pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah, because I got style. I got grace.
You know, you look at like the whole fit, the pants, the glasses, the necklace, the whole outfit. I'm not even trying to glaze you. Like the whole outfit looks pretty fresh. Yeah. But
because I got style. I got grace. Well, thank you. Gary, man, I lost you, man. Like I used to promote you. I used to respect you as a human being. You know, I used to
you don't respect me as a human being. That's a shame. I mean, I'll get over it. Yeah, I'll get over that. You don't respect me as a human being.
Of course you will. Yeah. You know, because that's what all narcissistic people do. But
narcissistic people get over people who don't respect them as human beings. Is that a diagnosed trait? Is that something they test for?
People do. No, because that's what Elon Musk
narcissistic
do.
People, narcissistic people hold grudges for the rest of their lives. But proceed. They actually do the exact opposite. But proceed.
No, because that's what
they do.
Well,
proceed.
You
have
no idea what narcissistic personality.
You have no idea what narcissistic personality disorder is. So let's not embarrass ourselves. Just proceed. Continue. I want to hear you out.
I know. There we go. You know, basically you have an education. You have education in mental health. Yeah, education and human integrity and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like human science and.
Yeah, because and I'm not trying to degrade it a little. I don't spend my days doing brain rot things like getting drunk and watching porn. I learn things and grow my mind. Right? Like that's the difference.
You're gonna jump to conclusions that I watch porn?
I didn't say you. I said I don't do brain rot things like get drunk and watch porn. I didn't say anything about anyone else. Me. I don't do brain rot things. I do brain growth things. But proceed.
Okay. All right. So the forefathers, of our government.
Mm-hmm.
We're drinkers, you know that, right? People that they created our fucking country. Sorry, I don't want to use the F word, but created everything.
Sure. Let's say I concede all that. Let's say they were all beer guzzlers. Let's say I concede all that. What's your point? And then why don't you have respect for me? Because I don't drink?
No, because you deliberately diminish all our thoughts and all our opinions because you think that you're.
How so? Give me an example of something I did. Give me an example.
Because you said basically that you're smarter than all of us combined. And
no, I said I don't. I said I don't do brain rot things like drink alcohol and watch porn. I didn't say I'm smarter than anyone. If you feel inferior, that's on you. I didn't say that I'm superior.
No, you said you separate yourself from others because you feel like you're superior and others are inferior.
No, that's not. I said if it was directed at Yo Holmes, and I told Yo Holmes and Mike Duramo if they feel inferior, there's a very good reason why they're inferior. It's because they're intellectually inferior to me. Am I smarter than them? Yes, I'm quite a bit smarter than them. That's why they don't have the balls to do what you do.
Holmes. You said he's basically like a enigmatic
I didn't say he was basically anything. I said I'm intellectually superior to him, and that's why he feels intellectually inferior, which is evidently true, which is why he won't do what you do, which is show up and have a discussion with me. I give you full credit for doing what you're doing. That's why
okay. Like, I'm not trying to, like, Gary, I liked you in the beginning. I really did, man. But, like you basically,
I have no problems with you. You're a good dude, as far as I know.
You came out to be like an infectious, you're infected with like the superior gene. Like, you feel like you're infected with it.
No, if you feel like I'm superior, that's your own personal personal issues of your own inferiority. I've done nothing to say that I'm superior to anybody. To anybody. I've never said such a thing. So if that's the vibe that you're getting, you're battling your own personal demons.
You said it. You said, like, I'm smarter. I'm more.
I'm intellectually superior.
I'm a complex person myself.
That doesn't make me a superior human being. It makes me more intelligent than Yo Holmes. This doesn't make me a more superior person just because I'm intellectually superior to him. He still has equal value to me as a human being.
Yeah, I'm a complex person myself. I like to look at things inward, then come outward. And I like to challenge things and people. Intellectually. Oh my God, not this dude. Don't put Beast on. Oh my God.
The Boston Tea Party was actually Twisted Tea.
You're gonna diminish our IQ points by 40.
Okay, who fixed your hair, dude? Where did you go? Supercuts? Tell Supercuts to get that nail back. Oh, Beast. I forgot. Someone must have sent me a text. Oh, hello, Kaka. Hello. Oh, he says he knows you. You
Come
know
on,
nothing.
man. Jake is a mastermind. He should have been like, oh my God, man. It's like a ringleader of chaos.
Please sponsor Poppy, please. Please sponsor Poppy and all your.
Well, like a retard to you or something.
I swear.
That's your boy.
Jake does this on purpose.
That's your boy.
But
all right, so okay.
Jake.
Did I say something or do something specifically? Like what are you referring to?
I'm basically referring to basically you try to annihilate fandom, their intellect basically of a lot of Jake's viewers. And then Black Gypsy comes on, right? And he challenges you, and you regress.
No. So what happened was Black. Hang on, let me address that. Black Gypsy came on. You talking about yesterday?
Yeah.
Gypsy.
2 days ago, right?
2 days ago.
Yeah.
2 days ago. 2 days ago. Yeah, right. 2 days. Black Gypsy came on. I made one comment. I said there was a military, an army, and a navy before there was a federal income tax. He called me. I was only half right. I was half right. Now, that was my only comment. So I said,
no, the military built this company.
Army and Navy, aka military, before there was a federal income tax. He said yes. Then I'm 100% right. Now, the rest of the time, he's just going to spurg out and babble incoherently and throw out a bunch. I don't need to be like that. Doesn't involve me in any way. I got my question answered. The rest of it is just incoherent, childish, feminine dribble. That
I'm Black Gypsy. I'm gonna set all you delusional Jets fans straight. Your takes making all punch you in the face. I'll kick you in the crotch when this team sucks. They suck. I'm Black Gypsy. I'm Black Gypsy. I'm Black Gypsy. I'm Black Gypsy.
Gary, you're insistent in calling grown-ass men feminine. That's like me calling you a lady boy. Stop calling grown-ass men feminine, bro.
What happens if I don't? What happens if I don't?
Nothing, obviously.
Oh, nothing. Oh, then I think I'm going to continue to do it then.
All
I
right,
think I'll continue.
Then that's my point. That's my point about the kind of person that you are. Maybe in real life you might be an okay person, but as Maniac Gary, you are a scumbag, bro. You're like the lowest of the lowest shit on people's shoe type of person. Like, that's how you act on the show. Like, you don't define define intellectual superiority to me. I want to know what your definition of that is.
Having a much higher level of intelligence.
And what's your definition of that? Like, how do you know? How do you know?
It's kind of axiomatic. Let me
Go ahead, answer. Go ahead, answer.
Which word confuses you, superior or intelligence? Like, which word
intelligence?
Okay.
Tell me more about your intelligence. Like, tell me, is it? Wait.
Want me to define intelligence?
I want you to define what makes you superior to everyone in intelligence. That you speak of in the chat.
One person, so you just strawman me. Let's have an honest conversation. Let's have an honest conversation. You just strawman me. I said I was intellectually superior to 2 people, and then you changed that to everyone. So if we're going to do this, we're going to do this honestly. Or we're going to do it all.
Let's do it straight up. Let's do it straight up. Let's do it straight up. All right, wait.
We're going to
answer
your lie.
Answer my question. Answer my question.
I
All right.
will be glad to answer any honest questions.
Okay. All right. So, what makes you superiorly intellectual above everyone else? Is it books that you read? Is it knowledge that you have on just a wide variety of things?
You doubled down your lie. I never said I was intellectually superior to everyone, which is what you claimed. I said I was intellectually superior.
It's not what you say so much how you act.
Oh, like, it's your tone. See, now he just became a female and said, "I don't like your tone. I don't like your tone. Change your tone." So, like, really grow up.
So there's no context to what you ever say.
I don't like your tone.
So there's no context to it. What you ever say.
Say it nicer to me. I don't like your tone. Say it nicer to me. It's ridiculous. Grow up. Grow up.
So
I don't like your tone. Please change it.
You can have an actual conversation. Here's what happens. I ask you a question, and then you change the question, and then you start taking shots at the person. Why can't you never just answer the question without taking a shot? Answer the question without taking a shot.
I'm trying to answer your question, but you don't stop talking.
Go ahead.
You don't
stop
talking. So your question is a logical fallacy called begging the question. You loaded the question with your rhetoric, right? Which wasn't true. You claimed that I said I'm superior to everybody intellectually. That's not what I said. I said I was intellectually superior to 2 people in particular. So you changed the question because you're a dishonest person. You don't value the truth. So I can't answer your question.
The kettle calling the pot black.
Be silent while
no, you be silent, you soft ass chump. Look, everything that you said proved my point. You said, "What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it?" I said I would box you. I said I would beat the living crap out of you. You backed away from it. You literally ran from it. Gary, you're a boxing promoter. You're a boxing promoter, and you ran from it. You ran from it. You ran from it, like, because you're soft. And the reason why I came at you, because I know you're soft. I recognize soft anywhere I see it. Like, you're soft, bro. And your reactions is just what you say. Like, you never answer a question. You answer a question with no. You ask another question and answer a question, and you take a shot. That's not answering my question.
I answered your question.
All you do is take shots. All you do is take shots, bro. Like, all you do is take shots the whole time. Why do you think so many people have an issue with you?
I don't care.
You stop talking. Like, you are the kind of people that make people want to beat people up, bro.
Very good.
You know what I mean? Like, you are. You just say shit to say it, and there's no repercussions to what you say.
Too bad you can't do that.
I mean, like, you're so soft, bro. You're so soft, dog. You're so soft, dog. Like, Lady Boy Gary, dog. Lady Boy Gary, man. You just
why
soft,
do you
dog.
take shots and then you do nothing but call me names?
I'm taking shots because you opened the door. You opened the door. So you opened the door with me. I'm gonna go with you.
Who called someone a name first?
On our first call that we had, we can have Gator pull up our first call. You literally took shots at me. I wasn't taking shots at you. I was asking you questions, and you literally took shots. And then you went on to call another grown-ass man, an older man than you, that can whoop your ass to say that he's feminine. Like, when you call somebody feminine, dog, like, whenever the person sees you and it's
Pull
on
the
site,
call.
don't be mad that it's
Pull
on
the
site.
call.
Like
Pull the call.
the thing
Pull
is,
the
like,
call.
yeah, you will
We
never,
already know
you will
you're
never
not
be on
nice
site with me.
person.
You will never
You
be on
already
site
know.
with me, Gary.
You
And you know,
already
the
know.
second you saw me on
already,
site, you'd be like, "Holy shit!
we already know
I
that you're
shouldn't
a
have said
dishonest.
half the shit
We
that I said to
already
this
know
guy."
that you're a
You
dishonest
know what I mean?
person.
Like,
We already know that. So now pull up the call.
we can pull up the call. Jake plays the call all the time. I was literally asking you questions, and you started taking shots, calling people feminine and calling them stupid. Like, it's what you're an Asmaniac. You're entertaining, but you're an entertaining scumbag.
Sit on your hands, mute yourself if you have to. Stop acting like a female. Look at you. You're very feminine, an irate child crying, cause mommy won't buy you a toy. Say a little prayer for Black Gypsy. He wants to beat me up over an Asmaniac contest. Look at you.
And we're back. What a rumble. Black Gypsy and Gary, a rivalry unlike any other. Like Yankees, Red Sox in the early 2000s. Right now in Asmaniac Madness, Gypsy is trailing Mr. Bonesy 53-47. Home stretch. Now, look, Black Gypsy was involved in a rumble, but he didn't get to state his case. So, Black Gypsy, I'm coming back to you. Don't put the focus on Gary. Put the focus on your campaign. Give us the breakdown before we close poll voting in just a little while.
I am honored to go up against Bonesy. Bonesy is one of the best Asmaniacs that there is. Like, he has an honor code. Like, Bonesy's that dude. And if Bonesy says, hey, it is what it is, like, it is what it is. I go with Bonesy. Thank you, everyone that voted for me. Like, the fact that I made it this far is awesome. Like,
One
love
time,
all of
but you don't want anyone to vote for you more than once.
Yeah, for real. If I lose, I want to lose knowing that I lost by the honor code. If you win with an asterisk, you win with an asterisk. This year is going down as an asterisk. Sorry. So Clifton, whoever else wins, Leany, I'm sorry. I have to put an asterisk behind the win because Gary brought it to light that people are cheaters. So I now have to think differently about the whole tournament. I mean, I'm sorry. It's my fault.
Voter fraud, man. It's real.
It is, bro. I loved it. It's been super fun. I love arguing with Gary. Gary gets my blood boiled up, but I mean, I like it. It's good. And I hope Bonesy can go on to beat him. I would love Bonesy to be the champion again. I mean, Bonesy versus Clifton or Bonesy versus Leany.
Not over yet. 52-48. You were right there.
All I'm saying, if y'all picked Bonesy, make sure Bonesy can beat Gary. Like, I don't want nice Bonesy. And Bonesy said it on the call earlier. Like, when he goes in, I'm going in also. So expect me to team up with Bonesy. Since there's no rules, this is the tag team. I'm coming for him one way or another. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you. It's been fun. Jake, love the show. I mean, no jet points.
You're 1 of 1. Well done. Great performance.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Gypsy was a 16th seed, I believe, a year ago. He'd be in the chat. He would call every once in a while. Great caller. And then this past year, he became a regular on the show, which is why he's the 2 seed. And Bonesy, the defending champ, who during the fall didn't call in as much as he normally would, was dealing with a bunch of stuff. That's why Bonesy's only a 3. But Bonesy has brought it this tournament, and this is a great battle. 52-48 is the score. As we've reached the home stretch of the show, about 20 minutes left. I have the Jets Collective at 7 p.m. tonight, so I got to get ready for that. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Jets Collective on YouTube and watch me, BT, and Rich Simini talk Jets this evening. The winner will face Gary 3D Boxing, so buckle up. We're going to get to your last remaining calls shortly. But first, some super chats. 6 rings in the raffle for 4. He sent this earlier. Go send Big Fella a t-shirt. The Mr. Bonesy champion one. He's a good dude. It's $20 on your website. That was a great talk. Good dude. Couple things. One, nice gesture, 6 rings. But Mr. YouTube takes automatically right off the top 30% of this, just so you know. Plus, Canadian money is not as valuable as American money. So you didn't exactly cover the shirt, but I will take this under consideration here. Nice gesture. I'm putting you in the raffle. So should your name be called on the wheel, I'm going to send the Holmes helmet to the big fella in your honor. Brian says, screw this. Can we see Gary's nanny again? We haven't seen Gary's nanny in quite some time. Nick Shine writes in, I'm a complex person myself. Needs to be a drop. Derek says, Sean, don't like that you insult fellow Asmaniacs. that this was geared towards Gary. Chef Kevin in the house. We played Chef Kevin's incredible video earlier. Great show, Jake. The draft is almost here. Let's go, Jets. This fan base needs the draft badly. We need new topics to talk about in the worst way.
Does anybody remember Rubik's Cube? Anybody remember a game called Rubik's Cube? What look like a retard to you or something?
I do remember it, Beast. Thank you. All right, home stretch of the show. Jetstream says, Gary looks real insecure right now. Sorry wrote in, I gave my 2 votes to Gary. Sean Bennett says, Gary, you're a noodle. Sean, well said. Before we get to the home stretch of calls, let me remind everyone that we are, in fact, presented by PrizePicks. Here's my lineup card for tonight. We've been red hot. Let me pull it up here. Take a look. All right, I'll put this together during the show. I have logic and reason, to quote Gary 3D Boxing, for my decision-making. 2-pick power play on PrizePicks. This is $10 to win 20. We won 3 straight lineups on the show that I've given out. We're going for 4. Logan O'Hoppe, who's from Suffolk County, Long Island, by the way, he has awful numbers against Luis Heel, who's pitching for the Yankees tonight. Hoppe is 1 for 6 lifetime against Heel with 4 strikeouts in those 6 at-bats. So I'm going to say he's going to strike out at least once. Trent Grisham is in the lineup tonight for the Yankees. His career numbers against the Angels starting pitcher, Jay Kochanowicz. I don't even know Jay's first name. Jack Kochanowicz. He's 1 for 5 lifetime, and 2 of the 5 at-bats have ended in a strikeout. So we're going Grisham higher on a strikeout, O'Hoppe higher on a strikeout. We're going to turn $10 into $20 just like that over on PrizePicks. Fill out your own lineup, any sport. Doesn't matter if you're a baseball fan, hockey, basketball, plenty of football when we get to the Jet season. But just giving you guys a little feel for our new sponsor, PrizePicks. Use that code HMA when you sign up. More importantly, just click the link in the description so this show can get credit for sending you to PrizePicks. Again, PrizePicks, code HMA. Use the link in the description and sign up. Hoppe and Grisham, 1 strikeout a pop, and you will win money if you tail my picks. Home stretch of the show. Jets Jedi's next. Hello, Jedi.
How's it going, man? Good show. I haven't called in a while. I just want to talk some actual football, not seeing what's going on with those other guys. I never heard of them before. But,
Who haven't you heard of?
I went on to the show. I wanted to talk Jets, and I'm seeing like 2 guys basically or more arguing with each other. I was like, what the hell is this?
How long have you been watching the show, Jets Jedi?
You know what? Like, it's been a while. I got to be honest with you, but just busy with things. But
are you familiar with the Beast?
I have no idea who he is. No, I got no clue. I'm new. I'm a rookie. I seen that guy before. Yeah. But like I'm here to talk about football. You know what I mean? I wanted to talk about the Jets.
Oh, I agree. I'm just curious how long you've been watching the show. If you said all these guys were new.
Yeah, no, for me at least, and it was like, yeah.
What about Gary 3D Boxing? Are you familiar with his work?
No clue. No clue where he is. No.
Big Show?
Got nobody, man. All I know is you. I typed you into YouTube. I remember you from before. I just want to see what your take on is with the 2-pick. And
you've been gone a while if you don't recognize any of these callers.
It's been a while, man. It's been a while for sure. I haven't,
Who was the quarterback the last time you called my show? Zach Wilson?
It was Zach Wilson.
Okay.
It was Zach Wilson. What a bust, eh? Oh my God. And you know what? We all got duped by him too. It's like most of us anyway. But anyway, what are you going to do? They took a shot and it was a big miss. And it kind of actually, it's funny you bring up Wilson because, this whole thing with Ty Simpson, I got a bit of a different take. I think Ty Simpson, if he's there at 16, and hear me out, I know he's not an elite talent at quarterback. We know this. But one thing I do feel is that back to Wilson and when that whole episode went through, if we would have kept Darnold and drafted Wilson, they would have competed like hell against each other. And, I don't care that it's like, oh, quarterbacks need to be anointed or they're taken at 2 and we want to reset the clock. What this team needs is competition. Okay. That's what I'm a football coach. All right. I'm a high school football coach.
Where do you coach?
I coach at St. Mary's in Hamilton.
So you're Canadian?
Yeah, I'm Canadian. Yeah.
Oh, tremendous. I was wondering where the accent was from.
Yeah. I'm Canadian. And so
hey, before we continue with the rest of your call, can you just say, yo, Adrian?
Yo, Adrian.
Well done. Thank you. That was beautiful.
All right. Thanks. Anyway, so when I look at the quarterback position, back to that Wilson Darnold thing, if they would have kept Darnold for that 1 year just to see how that competition plays out, I think it would have been way better for the Jets. So 2027, we're loaded. Okay. We got 3 picks. We're going to take a quarterback unless somehow Aaron Glenn learns how to coach. And so my point to that is taking Simpson at 16 and him being in a competition with a kid next year is not necessarily a bad thing. And the salary isn't too high for a backup quarterback at 16. So, I mean, yeah, unless there's like a guy that slides like Tate or Bain or Delaney, one of those guys that you think maybe could slide out of the top 10, Inoue. But for me, I think if Simpson's there, I think you got to seriously consider it, even though Manning and Mateer and Sayin and the kid from the Trojans, I think it would be a good idea to get competition in the building. 2 guys who are wanting all the playing time in the world, who want to fight for a job to get on the field. I think that's what the Jets are missing.
I don't hate that take, Jets Jedi. I think you don't do it at 16, though. I think if you want to take Ty at 33, that is part of my thinking. Like, I've been on board and okay if they did that. I like Ty. I don't like him enough to take him at 16, though. There's too many red flags. 44 would be the dream if he's there.
Yeah, I listened to one of your podcasts, and that's why I called in today. And you know what? That's a pipe dream, though, Jake, because he's not going to be there at 33. I don't think.
Who's taking him though?
I believe someone's taking him. I don't know who.
I think it's hard to find that team though. I don't think he goes night 1 unless the team trades back into round 1, which maybe Arizona does. But I don't know. They're not as linked to Ty Simpson as some want to make it out to believe. Like I think he doesn't go in the first round.
I think he does. I think that.
So would you take him at 16? Is that your point then?
Yeah, I think you take him at 16 and you bring him up behind Geno, and then next year if we're in the top 5 and there's a stud there, I personally like John Mateer. I know, and Manning. Those are my 2 guys for next year's draft, and I think that having both of them, Simpson, Manning, Mateer, whoever, and you're competing for playing time, just like back in the day with Steve Young and Joe Montana.
Yeah, but it's different nowadays. And the Jets are not in a position where they could just burn the 16th pick.
But is it a burn, though?
It could be. You just said Geno's going to start the year, so by the time Ty plays, how many games does he get? Is he going to play well enough where you have a clear evaluation on what he is? And then you have a new coaching staff that potentially is coming in that didn't draft him, that has to determine, do we stick with the guy we didn't draft, didn't do all the work on, or do we get our guy with our 3 first-round picks when we have this blank canvas to build the team how we want to build it? Like, that's part of the decision-making too.
It's the competition. That's what if you want to change this culture, you got to have. You can't just draft somebody next year and anoint.
Agreed. But quarterback is different. You don't just waste the 16th pick. You bring competition, and sure, you could draft someone this year on day 2 or day 3, Carson Beck, Drew Aller, or whoever, add them to the room and see what happens. But you don't waste pick 16. You want to do it at 33. I understand your point. I'm not against that necessarily.
Yeah, I don't like. Listen, Aller or Beck, they're not going to push Manning or Mateer or Sayin or whoever, Moore. They're not going to push them. They're going to anoint them. Whereas Simpson at 16 has that clout to be like, okay, you know what? I was a top half pick too. So, and I was here last year, and you know what? I'm here now. and I'm going to push for this position. And you know what? And if it doesn't work
but you
out,
could sign someone to do that. Like you could literally bring in a bridge next year to push the guy that they draft. You could do that. You don't need to play the guy. The Raiders brought in Kirk Cousins. He could push Mendoza till Mendoza's ready. Like it's different.
That's a push. I think with Cousins and Mendoza, and I'm not a big Mendoza guy. I think actually we're dodging a bullet with not.
You like John Mateer, but you don't like Fernando Mendoza?
I don't. Yeah, I do. And I'll tell you why. For the Jets specifically, Mendoza's an RPO offense guy. He is going to need to sit behind Kirk Cousins for a long time. Like I think if they even remotely rush that guy in, and I love Kubiak, he's an excellent coach. I think he's one of the best offensive minds.
Well, you realize he's not taking that job unless he has full belief in Fernando Mendoza. So I think they understand that there'll be some growing pains. That's why they signed Cousins, who's played in that offense before, to help him.
They needed that. That was an absolute must. Cousins was a great pickup. That's why they paid him $20 million. You think Cousins wanted to go there? I don't think he did, because he already got stiffed by Atlanta before. And then with them drafting a guy in front of him, now he knows at least they're drafting a guy in front of him. But I think Kubiak said, "Hey, man, we're going to give you $20 million for you to help bring this guy along."
Yeah, it was smart.
It was smart.
But the Jets could do the same thing a year from now.
But no, because it's going to be a different coaching staff. I don't think Glenn keeps his job. Okay,
but this is not about Glenn. The next coaching staff that comes in could say, "Hey, Arch Manning, hey, Dante Moore, we're going to sign a legit." Maybe it's Geno. Maybe Geno plays well enough where you could bring him back. Like Tyrod Taylor survived a different coaching staff.
I don't think that pushes him. I think that you need competition in that building.
That's competition. Who's a better quarterback than Geno that you're going to be able to find on the open market?
For a number two, yeah. Okay, I'll give you that. For a number two.
But that's the point. If you're drafting a quarterback that high, that's the whole point of not taking Simpson. You don't need to use the 16th pick in the draft for competition a year from now for Arch Manning. That's silly. That's not how you run your team. You take Ty at 16 if you believe he's your guy. If you think he can be your guy. Also, to double your chances at a franchise quarterback, nothing's guaranteed. So if you do take a guy like Mateer and you know, let's say we win 5 games next year and we're actually picking around like 10, and you have to get a guy like Mateer, not number 1 overall in Manning. Okay. So now what do? Now you got Mateer and Simpson at least fight it out to be that franchise quarterback. But you're still wasting the 16th pick, Jedi. That's like you're not putting as much value as teams around the league, GMs will put on that pick. You got that pick because you traded Sauce Gardner, a 2-time first-team All-Pro. Like, that is a really valuable asset there. The 16th pick in the draft's a lot. That should be a starter that's here for 5+ years. You don't just waste that. If you take Ty at 16, you believe in him. He's your guy. You take him in the second round, you're not committed to that guy. It's a totally different thing. I agree with the competition aspect, and they shouldn't. If they draft Arch Manning first overall, he shouldn't start week 1. Let's do this properly. Let's bring in our version of Kirk Cousins and let that guy play. Drake May didn't play right away. Jacoby Brissett started in New England. But what you're suggesting to do with Ty, it's not worth the 16th pick. Oh, if it doesn't work out, he's competition. That's a big investment that just didn't work out. You do it in the second round, okay, because you keep taking chances. But you have to evaluate the prospect. There's no way the Jets could think he's worth the 16th pick in the draft when he's got 15 career starts. And it's not like they were amazing all year. He was great at the beginning of the year, then played through injury. Is a little undersized. I don't think they're going to take him at 16. And the Jets are in a spot where they have the 3-1s next year. So that has to influence your thought process. They don't need to be as desperate to get their guy this year. They know they're in position next year to do it. But a good call, Jets Jedi. Hopefully the next time you call in, Arch Manning is the Jet quarterback or someone that's actually good. So last time we heard from Jets Jedi, Zach Wilson was still the quarterback. So Jets Jedi, yo, Adrian, you are now our Canadian Rocky. Tremendous job out of you. Great call. Brian writes in, welcome back, Jet Jedi. I'd take you before 6 rings. Big fella says, they writing me off against Leany, but I didn't write back. Monday will be fun. It's going to hit 12 and stage coach turns into a pumpkin Cinderella.
Asmaniac Madness is underway. Make sure you vote to make your voice heard.
Monday, the Elite Eight, Leany and the big fella head-to-head for a spot in the Final Four. Hey, now. All right, last chance here. This guy has been waiting a very long time to come on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, he's had a show session all to himself. It's Big Cho. Gator says, I think Big Cho might need an intro.
Big Cho. Yeah, it's nice. I like my recliner. No, I just called to check in. Big Cho. I don't like all those wrinkles on my head. I don't have that many wrinkles. We're talking about Big Cho. My implants are coming in 3 months.
The Kardashian ones?
Put the jet gear on for you. Been running some errands early. Came home just chilling. Big Cho. Jake.
Big Cho.
Cho.
What's going on?
How are you?
Just living the dream, man. Been listening to the show ever since you started.
We're talking about Big Cho.
What do you think?
I think it's been crazy, man. Up and down. Doing battles. Everybody's at each other's throat. They need to chill.
They need a Cho pill.
Yeah, they do. They do. Now, do I go tomorrow?
Big Cho, it does appear like you go tomorrow afternoon against Charles Gorman.
Now, let me ask you a question. If I don't have a chance to call tomorrow, is that going to hurt my chances? Because we got some recruits coming in the afternoon. So I don't know.
I don't think so. Why don't we do this, Big Cho? I'm going to give you the full screen treatment right now. Give us your pitch why people should vote for you against Charles Gorman and Asmaniac Madness, and then I'll have Gator grab this clip and we'll play it tomorrow.
Well, what if I can call tomorrow?
Well, then we don't need to play this clip.
Okay.
Big Cho.
Well, I'll just try to call tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good.
I mean, I'll try to call tomorrow. I'll do
Okay.
what I can. I'll do what
All
I
right.
can. But regardless, Jets, Jets. You know, regardless of if I call tomorrow or not, you know, no matter who I go against, I'm not gonna bash them or anything like that.
Big Cho.
I just hope when people will look at my calls and what I've done throughout the past year, like I said, coming up with severe nerve pain by myself all the way from North Carolina to be at the meetup, you know, even though I needed an operation, I still came. Big Joe! So I just feel like I'm a loyal caller and I'm not going to disrespect anybody I go up against. Let me ask you a Jets question, if you don't mind.
Sure, Big Cho.
How many quarterbacks for next year, 2027, are first rounders in your opinion? Do you got a number?
At least 4. Could be more.
Give me the 4.
Arch Manning, Dante Moore.
From Texas, from Oregon.
Yep.
Okay.
I would say Jaden Mayava from USC.
Okay.
I would say potentially Julian Sain from Ohio State.
Okay.
Brendan Sorsby, who's now at LSU.
Where did he come from?
Cincinnati.
Okay. He's at LSU?
Yep. Darian Mensah, who I think is going to Miami. He left Duke.
Okay.
CJ Carr from Notre Dame. Again, who knows? Fernando Mendoza came out of nowhere. So, but I do think next year we'll get at least 3 to 4 first-round QBs.
What about the other guy that the last caller mentioned? Mateer?
Yeah, I don't know if John Mateer is going to play himself into the first round. He didn't this year. We'll see.
Big Cho.
Where's Mateer at? Did he transfer?
Oklahoma.
He played at Oklahoma last year?
He did.
Will he be back? He's the guy that came from Washington State, right?
I don't know.
I think so. I think he followed the offensive coordinator. the Washington State offensive coordinator got the same job at Oklahoma, and he followed him.
Dick Chimney from Hawaii.
Who?
Dick Chimney from Hawaii.
Okay. Now, are these all legit guys, or are you just throwing them out there?
No, they're legit.
Okay. So you threw about 10 to 12 names out there.
I mean, anything's possible if you should believe it.
Yeah. Well, I think we should wait and get a quarterback next year in 2027.
Big Joe, it appears like you have some haters in the chat. Are you aware of this?
No, I'm just watching the thing on my phone. I don't have it on my TV.
Yankees Rock says, "Oh my God, I can't with this guy. No one can possibly be this boring." And then Mike D's Nuts followed up and goes, "Yankees, it's brutal."
Yeah, I don't know why they hate on me.
If you ain't got haters, you ain't popping, Big Joe.
I guess we're just making points talking about the Jets and the quarterback. I don't know how it can be so brutal. I asked you a question and you answered it. Big Joe. What's so brutal about that?
I've enjoyed the conversation.
Unless you're just a hater.
I think we've covered a lot of ground.
They can't do nothing about it anyway, so.
Who'd you vote for, Black Gypsy or Mr. Bonesy?
I voted for Bonesy.
How come?
I just like his calls better.
We're talking about Big Joe.
But I have nothing against Black Gypsy at all. If he wins, I'll vote. Whoever wins today has my vote against Gary. You know what I mean? Jake?
Jake had to take a call, I guess. I would have loved your vote today, Joe, but you know what I mean, it's Bonesy, bro, so I understand. Bonesy's the man.
Yeah, I got nothing against you. If you win, I'm voting for you against Gary.
And I'll take it. Either way.
Yeah, I just hated that I had to vote against one of you or vote for one of you.
Oh,
I hated you guys had to go head to head.
Appreciate the one vote, Joe. You know what I mean?
I'd rather see you guys in the championship.
Joe, what part of North Carolina are you in?
I live in a place called Kannapolis. It's right outside of Charlotte.
Okay.
It's,
I used to live in
it's
Raleigh.
right by Concord, where the Speedway is. Concord, Kannapolis.
Yeah, I know
where
where it
the
is.
Motor Speedway is.
Yeah.
I live about 10 miles from the Speedway. Miles from the city of Charlotte.
How you doing there, Joe?
Beast. What's
You
up,
got
my
a
man?
nice you got a nice sofa there. Is that a lazy boy?
Yes, sir.
Good choice. Very good choice. You have any problems with your back still, or are you gotta go in for something in tomorrow?
Now my back's doing a little bit better. I'm still having a little problem with my neck.
Hey,
having pain
you
with my
better
neck.
get that checked immediately. Huh? Well, I got trouble too. Foot. My right foot's not feeling too hot. Don't
And
know
my
why, but
shoulder-
it'll be all right. It'll be all
My
right.
shoulder's not doing well either. My shoulder's not doing well.
Do you have a Dollar Tree by you?
I do.
Go get yourself some of that ice and rub it on your shoulder. Just take a glove it, go right around here, start putting it on. You're gonna feel the icy cold for a couple minutes or two, and then once that stuff seeps in, you're gonna feel relaxed. It works.
Is that
Calm
like
your
that?
freaky down.
That
What
icy
happened?
hot? Icy
Yeah,
hot?
it works. Yeah, just try that. Just take a glove, rub it on the arm, but
Calm your freaky down.
slowly. Like you don't want to. You want to let it evap.
Calm your freaky down.
I'm trying to make some points here. Damn it! I'm trying to get it strength up here because we're all getting old. Sure, we're all breaking our backs and hurting our own bones, But let the man let him do his thing here.
Calm your freaky down.
All right, great job, Beast. Big show. Good luck tomorrow. All right, I got David T and then V-Man to close this out. Raffle and then poll will close. It's 52-48. It is tight. Black Gypsy's got a real chance to maybe force overtime, which I really hope we don't get because I'm on the air really soon for Jets Collective. So we got to go quick.
I got my eye on you. Checkmate me, full screen, bitch. Fireball, whiskey time, David motherfucking T.
Hi, Jake. Real quick, Black Gypsy, Mr. Bonesy has been just a wonderful representative. I voted for Black Gypsy. I'd like to see maybe somebody different in there. And as far as Gary goes, Mr. Bonesy, Black Gypsy, the difference between class and ass. That's all I got.
Ladies and gentlemen, short and sweet. From David Mother Effin' T.
I got my Iron UG. I hope you like my Jets take. You know they call me David T. It's not easy for me to see, but if you bring me full stream, you might like what I had to say. I'll need to get real damn close, cause my vision is dog shit.
Get in the raffle. Last call if you want a chance to win a Santonio Holmes autographed helmet. Last call for raffle entries. Ladies and gentlemen, one last call. It's from an OG of this program. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back and enjoy V-Man.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully you're not sleeping. Ay, caramba.
V-Man? V-Man! Oh. Wake up! Wake up! Let me bring on my sleep doctor.
3, 4.
Oh, wake him up.
5, 6, 7.
He's got sleep apnea.
8, 9, 10. He's out. He's out. He's out.
Wow.
No winner. No winner. No contest.
V-Man, I hope you're okay, man.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he's not sleeping. Adios mio.
V-Man, you good? Oh, no. He's not good.
Dead.
He's dead. He might be dead. V-Man? Yeah, he's...
Just go. Roll commercial. Roll commercial. Somebody roll commercial.
I'm rolling commercial.
Roll something. Just roll commercial. Find something. Do something. Somebody get a commercial. Oh boy, this is bad.
I need y'all to make 50 fake accounts, 50 burner accounts. They're not fake, they're real accounts. They're just burner accounts. And then go vote for me from all 50 accounts.
All right, we found a commercial, Beast. Well done. V-Man, I hope you wake up. I hope all is okay. Wow, that was something. All right, let's get to the Asmaniac raffle now, shall we? A lot of you are in. A lot of you want a chance at Asmaniac Greatness, which, if you're not familiar with Asmaniac Greatness, that is winning a raffle prize from the Wheel of Champions. Donna, I see you. I was about to send it over to our master raffle ceremony. Donna just purchased 2 raffle entries at the buzzer here. Donna, thank you. You are in for 2. I got to move quickly here. The show went way longer than I was planning on, but it's been an epic one. All right, here we go. Let's bring on the master of raffle ceremony. Just kidding. The master of raffle ceremony.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry to take that time. This is Todd Pitting, a World Wrestling Federation maniac at your best, but we don't have much time now. Let's bring over the wheel. We don't got much time. Well, let's get to that. Let's spin that wheel and go right directly to the wheel.
It's time to announce the winners of the weekly Asmaniac Raffle. Let's spin the Jake Asman Show Wheel of Champions and find out which Asmaniac is winning an epic prize.
Oh, yeah. Where's my wheel? There it is. Hit the music. Here we go. Got to move quick. If you entered on either show, you're on the wheel. Email me if you win, asmanjake@gmail.com, your name and address so we know where to send your helmet to. All entries are officially cut off. Here we go. A spin to determine who wins the Holmes helmet. That winner is... Phil D'Angelo. Congratulations, Phil. Hit the V-Man for him. I'm worried about V-Man's out. Phil, congratulations. Hey, shut up. Here's a jet chant for you. Congratulations to Phil. All right. Let's close out poll voting and what has been an epic showdown between the 2-seed Black Gypsy and the defending champion, Mr. Bonesy. The winner will take on Gary 3D Boxing in the Elite 8. Ladies and gentlemen, moving on to face Gary 3D Boxing for the second year in a row is the defending champ, Mr. Bonesy. 52-48, 550 votes were cast. Congrats to Bonesy. An incredible performance by Bonesy and Black Gypsy, who brought it during the show. Congrats to Mr. Bonesy on moving on, which means it's Gary and Bonesy. They meet again. Gary, the 1 seed in the region. Bonesy, the 3. A spot in the final 4 representing the extraordinary region is officially on the line. Here to comment on it for the first time is V-Man. V-Man, your thoughts? Maybe he's starting to wake up. His snore's a little lower. V-Man? Maybe not.
The Jet fans getting a little crazy.
All right, I got to run. Big thank you to everyone. Jets Collective, 7 p.m. tonight. We'll do questions at the end of that show for anyone who's got a question that they want answered by Rich, BT, or myself. Super Chats are live on that channel now, so it's going to be a great show. Looking forward to it. You guys are the best. What a time today was. Shout out to everyone who supports this crazy show. It wouldn't be possible without you. Go Jets. Take it away, Beast.
Oh, yeah. That feels better. Oh, baby. All right, as they all say, Superman to the rescue.
Oh, hi. Jake wants me to ask you to click on the like button.
That's right, Lane. And if they don't subscribe to the Jake Asman Show, this team may never win another game. Let's go, Jets.